guys, Dr. Lori Sesnick today talking about anxiety. We're going to keep this one short and we're going to get right to it. Talk about the generalities of anxiety so we can reduce it in our lives. Number one, anxiety is caused by lack of control and lack of predictability. Lack of control and lack of predictability. So the first thing we need to do is identify the source of what is making us feel like we don't have control. What is it we don't have control over? What is it that we're worried about that we can't predict? And we have to find some way to take control of the situation. And only you can take control. The minute we take responsibility for our own lives and don't leave it in the hands of people who might be creating it or thinking other people can get us out of it, we are more anxious. You need to take control of the situation. What can you do to gain control and make your life predictable under these circumstances? Okay, that's number one. Number two, do not avoid the things that are making you anxious. If you avoid them, you will have anxiety for your entire life or for as long as you continue to avoid them. People who avoid the things in their lives are not only anxious, but they often become addicts because they're not properly handling their lives. A lot of people with anxiety reference being stuck. They feel stuck. I don't know what it is. It's because they have not identified where the lack of control is coming from. They have not identified what it is they can't predict. And they are avoiding doing that and dealing with their lives. So do not avoid situations. It's easy to understand why you would want to avoid a situation because people think it eliminates their anxiety. So for example, if you have social anxiety, you're going to avoid going to the party because you think, hey, I'm winning. I didn't feel anxiety. I didn't go to the party. No, you lose. You lose because you're not sustaining friendships and making friendships and being with your family and networking with people in your community. So you're losing. Let's say you are afraid of writing a test, so you avoid writing the test. Well, guess what? Now you're going to flunk out of school and ruin your life. So you cannot avoid things. When you avoid, it's temporary. You are not winning. You are not winning. 3 quick tips on how to deal with anxiety. This is our first short video on anxiety. We're going to keep it like this. So the first tip is, if you're afraid of doing something, do that thing. You have to do the things that you are afraid of. I'm not talking about putting yourself in harm's way. I'm talking about doing the dumbfounded things, the unfounded fears. Whatever you're afraid of that doesn't make sense, that's silly and causing your anxiety, you have to do that thing. So get people to help you walk through it. Get a counselor, a coach to help you walk through it, or a family member, or get your day timer to beep at you every single day for the next month until you do that. You're so tired of hearing it beeping at you that you do that thing. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, which I kind of addressed, realize that you are the only one that can control your life. If you put that control in the hands of anyone else, you're going to feel anxious because guess what? They don't do what they say they're going to do, or they don't live up to a promise. You're not going to be able to predict things. You have no control, and you're back to the first step again. You need to take the control of your own life. And the minute you have responsibility, you have so much power. The power is with you when you realize it is your responsibility to take control and figure out how you can come to predict your life and make it make it easier to contend with because you have the control. Thirdly, sometimes people have anxiety secondary to other things like ADHD or weak executive functioning or learning disabilities and other things. If that is the case, the best way to simplify your life and gain control and have predictability is to have a day planner or a phone that has a planner of some kind on it, or whatever you want to use to help you get things done and function. You're going to have control over your life. You're going to be able to predict your outcomes and reduce your anxiety. Okay, so that's pretty much a summation of the most general aspects of anxiety. That is lack of control, lack of predictability creates it, avoidance sustains it, and to deal with it, we have to face things head on. So that's the first quick video on anxiety. We're gonna have several more in the next few weeks and really get the heat of it and the heart of it to figure out how to contend with the very specific forms of anxiety. Dr. Lori Sesnick for Mind Matters. See you real soon. Bye.